All right, folks. I am Andy Close here for D9 and 10sports.com, and today, live from Slippery Rock High School, we have the district, or not the, well, District 9, District 10 teams of the PIAA Class 1A volleyball quarterfinals. First up, we have Cochranton and Bishop Canevin. That will be followed up shortly thereafter by the Clarion Lady Cats, the defending state champs, and the Greensburg Central Catholic Centurions. Right now, we're going to take a quick break and thank some of our sponsors, and we'll be right back here on D9 and 10sports.com. Audio-only broadcast, Cochranton, Bishop Canevin, PIAA, Class 1A, quarterfinal.
Hi, Chris Rossetti here from D9 and 10sports.com. I wanted to take a second to tell you about one of the best restaurants in all of Western Pennsylvania, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. With indoor and outdoor dining, you can enjoy prime rib all weekend long, or perhaps it is their full wings served on Thursday wing nights that you're after. From celebrating a special occasion to hanging out with family and friends, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg is the place to be. As they like to say, you come for the food and you stay for the view. Reserve your table today at AlleghenyGrill.com. Located across the street from the Clarion Hospital, Clarion Rehabilitation Services Incorporated offers a variety of therapies to get you back in the game, including physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and now aquatic therapy at the Clarion County YMCA. Clarion Rehab's CHAMP program provides a sports medicine option to local athletes as well, including providing certified athletic trainers to Keystone, Clarion Limestone, and North Clarion, as well as a full-time ATC at its Clarion location. To find out more, go to clarionrehab.com or call them at 814-226-1356. Chris Rossetti here to tell you a little bit about All-American Awards and Engraving in Chippenville. When I first met Jim Carroll in 2006, All-American Awards and Engraving was just getting started. Since then, the company has grown into the area's premier shop for embroidery, screen printing, and engraving, graphic design work, and personalized gift ideas. As Jim has always said, they'll put almost anything on almost everything, and they really do mean that. Give them a call today at 814-782-6264. Hi, this is Chris Rossetti from D9 and 10sports.com. If you're like me, you may have experienced some aches and pains like a sore back, a stiff neck, or a wonky knee. Well, I've got the place for you. The Rehab Center with 6 convenient locations, including in Brookville, Clarion, and Katanning, is the place to go. The friendly staff and knowledgeable doctors will get you back in the game quicker than quick. I know, I've been going to them since 2009. So the next time your back, neck, knee, shoulder, or anything else acts up, call them for an appointment at 724-478-1501. Need plumbing, heating, or air conditioning services in Western PA? Then call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Clarion today at 814-226-8695. At Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, we believe that a service-oriented business like ours should give you quality care and a quick response time. That's why we stand on our promise, offering you reliable 24-hour service to get your job done right when you need it. We can also be found on the web at lutonsplumbing.com. Again, that number is 814-226-8695. For all your automotive needs, look no further than the Warren Tire Center. From new tires to tire repairs, PA state inspections, wheel alignments, and auto detailing, there's so much more that we can do for you, and there's no reason to go anywhere but the Warren Tire Center in Warren, Pennsylvania. With over 40 years of serving the Warren and surrounding communities, it's always been a great day at the Warren Tire Center. We offer same-day service and walk-ins are welcome. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. The Warren Tire Center can be reached at 814-723-8050 and on the web at warrentirecenter.com.
All right, folks, welcome back. We're getting set for the national anthem here. So Allegheny Grill of Foxburg High School Volleyball on D9 and 10sports.com. Cochranton and Bishop Canevin. District PIAA Class 1A quarterfinal. This is the Fran Morelli Sales and Service pregame show. Check out Fran Morelli inventory at franmorelli.com. And while you're at it, stop next door for a great tasting meal at Morelli's Family Restaurant in Brockway. Game stream, as always, brought to you by the Computer Guru of Leaper. Visit them online at thecomputerguru.net. Drive to the game, brought to you by the Warren Tire Center. Warren Tire Center, make sure you get to the game in comfort, warrentire.com. Cochranton starters being introduced right now. Chelsea Fryermuth, Eve Pfeiffer, Ella Gallo, Dana Jackson, setter. Of course, the big hitter, Devin Sokol, number 14. Libero, Tatum Jackson. And middle hitter, Jalen McGill, senior, number 20 for Cochranton. Cochranton coached by Marcy Mallard. And starting lineup for Bishop Canevin. They will be the home team today here from Slippery Rock. Number 12, Sonny Jones, senior setter. Number 11, junior Kira Kozlowski. Number 6, senior Abby Miraz. Number 13, Kyla Hartoyo. Number 16, senior Hallie Bergman. Number 19, Olivia Thomas, middle hitter, senior. And number 1, senior libero Aaron LaQuatra. All right, and we're going to have the national anthem here now, so we'll take a quick break and be right back here on D910sports.com.
Hi, Chris Rossetti here from D9and10sports.com. I wanted to take a second to tell you about one of the best restaurants in all of Western Pennsylvania, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. With indoor and outdoor dining, you can enjoy prime rib all weekend long, or perhaps it is their full wings served on Thursday wing nights that you're after. From celebrating a special occasion to hanging out with family and friends, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg is the place to be. As they like to say, you come for the food and you stay for the view. Reserve your table today at AlleghenyGrill.com.
The Cochranton All Sports Boosters would like to congratulate all Cochranton sports teams on a successful fall season and wish the Lady Cardinals best of luck in today's state playoff game. Go Lady Cardinals! All right, folks, and we are just about set to go here after that rendition of the national anthem here. Welcome to this audio-only broadcast, PIAA Class 1A Volleyball Quarterfinal. Cochranton, the District 10 champion, and Bishop Canevin, the Whitfield champion. Bishop Canevin got here courtesy of a 3-0 win over District 9 runner-up Oswego Valley, 25-19, 25-16, and 25-14. Cochranton won a 5-set thriller over Homer Center in the first round, 25-18, 25-15, 23-25, 14-25, and 15-4. Time for the players to watch, brought to you by Oil Country Crates. Oil Country Crates, your products, our protection. Devin Sokol coming off a 19-kill performance in that first round win. She is the player to watch for Cochranton and for Bishop Canevin. Kyla Hartoyo had 10 kills in their Whitfield Championship victory, the 5th in a row for Bishop Canevin. And she is our player to watch for Bishop Canevin. We are just about set to go here from Slippery Rock High School, Cochranton, and Bishop Canevin, PIAA Class 1A quarterfinal. So glad you're tuning in this afternoon on D9and10sports.com. Over here, a little chilly here in the gym from Slippery Rock High School. We're situated right next to the door here, but we'll make do. It's certainly warmer than it is outside. Jalen McGill will get things started for Cochranton on the serve. There's a set for Canevin. That's a kill right away from Kira Kozlowski. She makes it 1-0. Bishop Canevin. And there's a play at the net. Jackson digs it out for Cochranton. Set for Sokol. She gets it down. Dug out of there nicely. Tipped at the net and point. Cochranton. Chelsea Fryermuth there for Cochranton. And it's 1-1 here in the first set. It'll be Macy Williams to serve for Cochranton. And she gets it over. And there's a set for Mraz, and she gets it over and makes it 2-1. Bishop Canevin, Mraz with the kill there. And here's Kozlowski to serve for Canevin. Dug out by Jackson, retrieved by Williams. She gets it over for Cochranton. Dug out by Jackson, set for Sokol. She gets it over. Canevin sets. That's Mraz again, and she's going to have another kill for Canevin. She makes it 3-1 for the Whitfield champs. So 3-1 Canevin here, first set. The ball went into the stands there. They had to go dig it out real quick. I want to thank everyone at Slippery Rock High School here in the PIAA for their hospitality. It's a nice setup here for us. There's the serve from Kozlowski. Jackson sets Fryermuth, and that's blocked at the net by Mraz. Sokol tips it over, and that's going to be a point, Cochranton. Devin Sokol with her first kill. It's 3-2 Canevin. Fryermuth to serve. And she gets it over. There's a set for Hartoyo, and that's going to go out of bounds. And we're tied at 3 here in the early going. Fryermuth gets it over. Sokol returns a quick return from Canevin, and she makes it 4-3. Cochranton. It's a set for Mraz. She tips it blocked at the net by Sokol. Canevin gets it back, and that's just tipped over the net there by Bergman. Now back to Canevin. That's Hartoyo. She tips it over. And Sokol dug out by Canevin. They get it back over. Jackson gets it for Cochranton, and Hartoyo at the net, and that's going to be a point for Canevin. They tie it up at 4. So Bishop Canevin and Cochranton tied 4-4 here, early going first set. The Mia Altman, that's Mraz to serve for Canevin. She gets it over. Set for Sokol. She gets it down. A big kill for Devin Sokol. And it's 5-4 Cochranton. Tatum Jackson to serve for Cochranton. She gets it over. Here's the set by Jones, and they're going to call a carry on Jones, so that makes it 6-4 Cochranton here in the early going. Jackson gets it over. Jones sets it, and getting it over is Kozlowski, dug out by Cochranton. Now over to Needler, and she gets the kill, Brooklyn Needler. And it's 7-4 Cochranton, so a 4-0 run here for the Cardinals as Jackson serves yet again. Jones sets, just tipped over, blocked at the net by the Cardinals. Now Jackson to Needler. She gets it over for the Cardinals. Jones sets, Hartoyo. Jackson tried to dig it out, could not. So Canevin stops the run. Now 7-5 Cochranton here in the first set. And we're going to have a substitution here for Canevin. Is coming in is Bella DeMarc, and she will serve. Fryermuth over Jackson. Now Jackson gets it over, tipped at the net. Jones will set now for Canevin. She just tips it over. Oh, nice play there by Jones, dug out. And Williams gets it over for Cochranton. There's a set for Mraz. She gets it over. And blocked at the net by Canevin, but it's going to go out of bounds Point Cochranton, they did 8-5. That was Jalen McGill at the net there for Cochranton. Nice play by McGill, the senior. And here's Jackson to serve for the Cardinals. Jones sets. Dug out by Jackson. McGill gets it over. Jones sets for Hartoyo. Blocked at the net. Recovered by Fryermuth. Now Jackson will set for Needler, but that's blocked at the net. Point Canevin. Now 6-8 Cochranton. There's a serve by Hartoyo. And just tipped over the net there nicely. That was Olivia Thomas. The middle makes it 8-7 now, Cochranton. Hartoyo serves. The set from Jackson to McGill. She tips it over. Oh, dug out nicely by Canevin. They return it over the net. Now Jackson sets again for Needler. And that is a point, Cochranton. Needler makes it 9-7 Cardinals. And it'll be Needler now to serve for Cochranton. She gets it over. Thomas just tips it over for Cochranton. Now Fryermuth gets it over for the Cardinals. Hartoyo, is that going to stay inbounds? It is. So a kill for Kyla Hartoyo. And it's 9-8 Cochranton. As Ella Gallo returns for the Cardinals. It's a serve by LaQuatra. Gallo gets it over for Cochranton. Jones sets for Mraz, and she puts it down. Abby Mraz makes it 9-9, already her third kill here in the first set. Gallo digs it out for Cochranton, over to Fryermuth. She gets it over, dug out nicely by LaQuatra. And that's going to go out of bounds for a point Cochranton. So they retake the lead here, 10-9. Jalen McGill will serve now for the Lady Cardinals. Jones sets. And that's going to stay in. No, it's going to go out of bounds. It's Mraz on the kill attempt, and it's now 11-9 Cochranton. McGill gets it over. Jones sets for Mraz. She's blocked at the net by Sokol. Canevin gets it back. Mraz will tip it over this time. Fryermuth digs it out. Sokol dug out by Canevin. And getting it over there was Kozlowski. Now Fryermuth returns. And getting it over is Mraz. What a volley here. Sokol blocked at the net. And that's going to go for a point Cochranton out of bounds. They now lead 12-9, excuse me, as the ball comes over in this direction. McGill to serve for Cochranton. Dug out nicely. Jones sets for Kozlowski. Blocked at the net by Sokol. 13-9, Cochranton. And we're going to get a timeout here, and we'll keep it right with it. You can get a chance to thank some of our pregame sponsors here. Cochranton leads 13-9. Reminder, this is high school volleyball on D910sports.com, powered by the Allegheny Grill of Foxburg. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, where you come for the food and stay for the view. Find out more at AlleghenyGrill.com. Also want to thank Fran Morelli Sales and Service, the Cochranton All Sports Boosters, the Computer Guru of Leaper, Warren Tire Center, and Oil Country Crates. So 13-9, Cochranton leads here as we get set to come out of the timeout. Canevin got down 7-4, rallied to tie it at 9, the last 4 points to the Cardinals, prompting the Canevin timeout. All right, so we get set to go here once again. It'll be McGill. To serve for Cochranton. McGill gets it over, dug out. And there's Kozlowski at the net. She gets it over. Now Jackson sets, and Gallo's just going to get it over for Cochranton. Jones sets now, and Mraz dug out by McGill. And now she returns serve. Mraz again just tips it. Fryermuth digs it out. Gallo pushes it over, and going to have a carry and a point. Canevin now 13-10, Cochranton. And this will be Jones to serve for Canevin. And Jackson. Now Sokol dug out nicely. Canevin returns it. That's Bergman. Now Fryermuth gets it over for Cochranton. Jones sets for Canevin. Over to Kozlowski. And giving chase is Gallo. She makes a great play to keep it alive, and Sokol gets it over. Jones sets now to Kozlowski. Jackson over to Fryermuth. She gets it over. Jones tips to the net for Canevin. Dug out by Jackson. Sokol tips at the net. Jones just pushes it over for Canevin. Now set here for Fryermuth. That's going to stay in. Dug out by Canevin. And Hartoyo gets it over. Dug out by Jackson. Fryermuth gets it over. Dug out by Whalen. And there's a kill for Kyla Hartoyo. Finally, what a volley there. Point Canevin now 13-11. And that is blocked at the net. Point Canevin 13-12. That was Hartoyo once again. So the Crusaders' last 3 points after that timeout, now 13-12. Serve over. Gallo gets it to Jackson, who gets it over. Jones now sets for Mraz, and she gets it over. And it's a 4-0 run for Canevin. We're tied at 13. Sokol kill Cochranton 14-13. So they stop the 4-0 run. Does Sokol 14-13. Cochranton leads. As Macy Williams comes in to serve for the Lady Cardinals. She'll get it over. Jones just tips it over. And that's Gayton's getting it over for Canevin. Now Fryermuth for Cochranton. Dug out there. Jones sets for Canevin over to Kozlowski. She gets it down. Point Crusaders were tied once again at 14. So back and forth we go here in this first set. Cochranton and Bishop Canevin here in this PIAA Class 1A quarterfinal from Slippery Rock High School. And that serve is over, and it's going to go out of bounds for a point Canevin, so they retake the lead 15-14. So that's Kozlowski serving for the Crusaders. Kozlowski. Williams gets it over to Jackson, now just pushed over by Gallo, and she's going to get called for a carry, point Canevin. So the Crusaders now lead 16-14. Since that timeout, it's been a 7-2 run for Canevin. Kozlowski to serve. Jackson sets it for Sokol, who just tips it. And now she puts it down. Point Cochranton. Devin Sokol already 4 kills. And it's 16-15. Bishop Canevin as Fryermuth will serve for Cochranton. Jones Over to Mraz, blocked at the net by Needler. Point Cochranton. We are knotted once again at 16. Ryermuth gets the serve over. A little bit of a miss hit there, but Canevin will get it over courtesy of Kozlowski. No, she will not get it over. Hits it into the net, and Cochranton retakes the lead, 17-16. Ryermuth again to serve. Jones over to Mraz, blocked at the net, going to go out of bounds. Point Canevin, and guess what? We're tied once again, 17 all. To be Mraz to serve for Canevin. Dug out by Williams. Sokol puts it down. Devin Sokol, 18-17, Cochranton. So it'll be Jackson to serve now for the Cardinals. And that ball, that kill attempt by Hartoyo is going to go out of bounds. So 19-17 Cardinals. Serve over Jones, sets for Hartoyo. She's just going to tip it over. Jackson sets now for Cochranton over to Needler. That's blocked at the net. Point Canevin, 19-18. This will be Bella DeMarc coming in to serve for the Crusaders. And she gets it over. Jackson gets it over, I should say. Dug out by Fryermuth. Needler pushes it over. Dug out by LaQuatra. Now over to Hartoyo, and that's going to go out of bounds. Point Cochranton. So Lady Cardinals lead here 20-18 as Dana Jackson will serve for Cochranton. Gets it over. Jones, and that's Hartoyo gets it over. Dug out by Tatum Jackson. Now Needler gets it over. Jones sets for Canevin, over to Hartoyo, and that's just a great little push to where no one was. Point Canevin, 20-19 Cochranton. Hartoyo to serve. She gets it over. Dana Jackson sets for Needler. She's blocked at the net. And that was Olivia Thomas, and we are not at a 20. Hartoyo to serve for the Crusaders. And is that gonna stay in or go out? That's out of bounds. So the serve goes out of bounds. And Cochranton retakes the lead 21-20. Needler to serve for Cochranton. She gets it over. Jones will set. Thomas pushes it over. Now it's set for Fryermuth, and that's going to stay inbounds. Dug out. Does Canevin retrieve it? Yes, they can. Tatum Jackson digs it out for Cochranton. Dana Jackson sets for McGill. Jalen McGill with the kill. 22-20 Cochranton. Will be Needler to serve for the Cardinals. Dug out by LaQuatra. Jones over to Kozlowski. A big kill from Kozlowski makes it 22-21 Cochranton. Sorry, folks. Ball came my direction. Had to try and retrieve it there. Here's LaQuatra to serve for Canevin. Jackson digs it out. Now set for McGill. She's blocked at the net, but it goes out of bounds. Point Cochranton. They lead 23-21 here in the first set. McGill gets it over. Dug out. Jones sets. Mraz blocked at the net. Gets it back. Jones sets for Mraz again. Now she pushes it over. Dug out by Gallo. Set for Sokol. Point, Cochranton, Devin Sokol, 24-21. Set point for Cochranton, and we're going to have a timeout called by Bishop Canevin. We'll be right back here on D9 and 10sports.com.
Hi, Chris Rossetti here from D9 and 10sports.com. I wanted to take a second to tell you about one of the best restaurants in all of Western Pennsylvania, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. With indoor and outdoor dining, you can enjoy prime rib all weekend long, or perhaps it is their full wings served on Thursday wing nights that you're after. From celebrating a special occasion to hanging out with family and friends, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg is the place to be. As they like to say, you come for the food and you stay for the view. Reserve your table today at AlleghenyGrill.com.
All right, so coming out of the timeout here, 24-21 Cochranton on the verge of taking the first set here against Bishop Canevin, the PIAA Class 1A quarterfinals from Slippery Rock High School. McGill gets it over. Jones just pushes it over for Canevin. Gallo gets it over for Cochranton. Jones sets. Mraz blocked at the net. But it's going to be a point Canevin. Sorry, that's ball got down, had a bad angle here. So anyway, 24-22, Cochranton. Jones to serve for Canevin. Fryermuth digs it out. Here's a set now for Fryermuth. Blocked at the net, and point Cochranton. Set Cochranton. They take set number one, 25-22 over Bishop Canevin. And we're going to take a quick break here and be right back. High school volleyball PIAA quarterfinals on D9 and 10sports.com.
Hi, Chris Rossetti here from D9 and 10sports.com. I wanted to take a second to tell you about one of the best restaurants in all of Western Pennsylvania, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. With indoor and outdoor dining, you can enjoy prime rib all weekend long, or perhaps it is their full wings served on Thursday wing nights that you're after. From celebrating a special occasion to hanging out with family and friends, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg is the place to be. As they like to say, you come for the food and you stay for the view. Reserve your table today at AlleghenyGrill.com. Located across the street from the Clarion Hospital, Clarion Rehabilitation Services Incorporated offers a variety of therapies to get you back in the game, including physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and now aquatic therapy at the Clarion County YMCA. Clarion Rehab's CHAMP program provides a sports medicine option to local athletes as well, including providing certified athletic trainers to Keystone, Clarion, Clarion Limestone, and North Clarion, as well as a full-time ATC at its Clarion location. To find out more, go to clarionrehab.com or call them at 814-226-1356. Chris Rossetti here to tell you a little bit about All-American Awards and Engraving in Chippenville. When I first met Jim Carroll in 2006, All-American Awards and Engraving was just getting started. Since then, the company has grown into the area's premier shop for embroidery, screen printing, and engraving, graphic design work, and personalized gift ideas. As Jim has always said, they'll put almost anything on almost everything, and they really do mean that. Give them a call today at 814-782-6264. Hi, this is Chris Rossetti from D9 and 10sports.com. If you're like me, you may have experienced some aches and pains like a sore back, a stiff neck, or a wonky knee. Well, I've got the place for you. The Rehab Center with 6 convenient locations, including in Brookville, Clarion, and Katanning, is the place to go. The friendly staff and knowledgeable doctors will get you back in the game quicker than quick. I know, I've been going to them since 2009. So the next time your back, neck, knee, shoulder, or anything else acts up, call them for an appointment at 724-478-1501. Need plumbing, heating, or air conditioning services in Western PA? Then call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Clarion today at 814-226-8695. At Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, we believe that a service-oriented business like ours should give you quality care and a quick response time. That's why we stand on our promise, offering you reliable 24-hour service that gets your job done right when you need it. We can also be found on the web at lutonsplumbing.com. Again, that number is 814-226-8695. For all your automotive needs, look no further than the Warren Tire Center. From new tires to tire repairs, PA state inspections, wheel alignments, and auto detailing, there's so much more that we can do for you, and there's no reason to go anywhere but the Warren Tire Center in Warren, Pennsylvania. With over 40 years of serving the Warren and surrounding communities, it's always been a great day at the Warren Tire Center. We offer same-day service and walk-ins are welcome. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. The Warren Tire Center can be reached at 814-723-8050 and on the web at warrentirecenter.com.
All right, so back here at Slippery Rock High School, we're quickly start of second set action. 1-1, that ball just hit out of bounds, so 2-1 now. Canevin leading here in the second set. Cochranton took the first set 25-22. Jones sets for Canevin. Over to Miraz. She's blocked at the net by Sokol, and it's 2-2. With Devin Sokol having a big impact here, as you would expect. Serve from Williams. Gets it over, set by Jones. Over to Kozlowski. Block at the net by who else? Devin Sokol. It's 3-2 Cochranton. Williams to serve for the Cardinals. Dug out and just going to be pushed over there by Kotra. Now over to Fryermuth. She's just going to push it over. Jones sets for the Crusaders. Over to Kozlowski. It's over. That's going to be pushed over by Cochranton. Dug out by Canevin. Hartoyo gets it over for Canevin. Now back to Sokol. And Devin Sokol with a nifty shot there. And it's 4-2 Cochranton. Williams once again to serve. Gets it over. Jones sets. Over for Miraz. She gets it over. Set by Dana Jackson. Now Tatum Jackson get it over and blocked at the net by Miraz. Dug out. And Fryermuth will get it over for Cochranton. Set to Miraz. Gallo digs it out. Fryermuth gets it over. Blocked at the net. Point Canevin. Kira Kozlowski. And it's 4-3 Lady Cardinals. Kozlowski to serve. Oh, dug out nicely by Williams. Over to Fryermuth. She gets it over. Now Hartoyo gets it over and pushed over by Cochranton. That was Sokol. Now over to Hartoyo. She gets it over. Dug out by Gallo. We're going to have a point. Canevin. So 4-4 Cochranton and Bishop Canevin here in the second set. That's Kozlowski to serve. It's a good one. Williams digs it out. Set for Sokol. Blocked at the net, but it's going to go out of bounds for a point. Cochranton, Devin Sokol with 7 kills. Fryermuth to serve for Cochranton and miss it there. That's going to go ace for Chelsea Fryermuth. And it's 6-4 Lady Cardinals. Fryermuth and another ace. My goodness. Chelsea Fryermuth, the hot hand here at the service line, 7-4 Cochranton. That one dug out. Jones will set for Miraz. She pushes it over. Point Canevin. 7-5 now, Cochranton here in the second set. And that's going to be an ace for Canevin. As serving that was Abby Miraz. (7-6) Cochranton. That one dug out by the Cardinals. Now over to Sokol. She's going to tip it over. Jones will set now for the Crusaders. Over to Thomas. Dug out by Fryermuth. Now over to Needler. Dug out by Canevin. Now play at the net. Canevin going to not get it over. That ball's hit into the net. Now 8-6 Cochranton here in the second set. Tatum Jackson to serve for the Cardinals. Sokol gets a breather. Jones sets. Hartoyo gets it over. Cochranton returns. Set for Hartoyo. Dug out by Tatum Jackson. Needler gets it over, dug out by the Crusaders. Cochranton gets it over, now set for Jalen McGill. She's blocked at the net, point Canevin. I believe that was Kozlowski. So 8-7 Cochranton leads here in the second set. Serve is over by DeMarc. McGill just tips it over beautifully for the Cardinals, and it's 9-7 Cochranton. Jalen McGill. Now Dana Jackson will serve for Cochranton. Jackson gets it over. Jones sets for Hartoyo, dug out by Fryermuth. Now Needler for Cochranton, and Needler with the kill, and it's 10-7 Lady Cardinals. Second kill for Needler. Dana Jackson gets the serve over. Jones will set over to Hartoyo, and there's a kill for Hartoyo. Her third, and it's 10-8 Cochranton here in the second set. And serving there is Ella Whalen. She gets it over. Now Needler blocked at the net. Cochranton retrieves it. McGill gets it over. And McGill makes it 11-8 Cochranton. Jalen McGill. Needler now to serve for the Cardinals. And that's going to go out of bounds for a point. Canevin, 11-9 Cochranton. As Ella Gallo returns to the Cochranton lineup in the back row. Quattro gets it over, dug out nicely by Tatum Jackson. Back over to Canevin. Set for Kozlowski. That's going to go out of bounds. Point Cochranton. They lead 12-9. There's Jalen McGill to serve for the Lady Cardinals. Sit over, and we're going to have a carry called there on Canevin. So again, identical to the first set. It's now 13-9 Cochranton. At that point, Canevin called timeout in the first set. They will not hear. Serve is over. Jones gets it over to Mraz. Kill and point for Canevin. So 13-10 now Cochranton. Serve is over. Set to Sokol, and she gets it down. Devin Sokol, and it's 14-10 Cochranton. Kill number 8 already for Devin Sokol. 14-10 Lady Cardinals here in the second set. Williams gets it over. Now Mraz, and that's going to go out of bounds. And Cochranton has opened up a 5-point lead at 15-10. So Macy Williams to serve here for the Cardinals. She gets it over. Jones will set. Kozlowski and Sokol, and Devin Sokol does it again. I'd imagine we might get a timeout here, Canevin. Now 16-10 Cochranton. We do. So Cochranton has opened up a 16-10 lead here in the second set over Bishop Canevin, the Whitfield champ. Cochranton, of course, the District 10 champion. Cochranton took the first set by a score of 25-22. Devin Sokol unofficially with 8 kills already for Cochranton. And Jalen McGill has come up big as well for the Lady Cardinals. Again, they lead 16-10 here in the second set. High school volleyball on D910sports.com, brought to you by the Allegheny Grill of Foxburg. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, where you come for the food and stay for the view. Find out more at AlleghenyGrill.com. Both teams get set to break the huddle here. Cochranton comes out first. And once again, it'll be Macy Williams to serve for Cochranton. And that ball is dug out now over to Mraz. She gets it over. Dana Jackson will set it now for Fryermuth. She gets it over. Canevin retrieves it. Set for Kozlowski. She's blocked at the net now. Back to Cochranton. And they hit it into the net. Point Canevin. Much needed point for Canevin, as it's now 16-11 Cochranton. And it'll be Kira Kozlowski to serve for the Crusaders. And she serves it into the net. Point Cochranton, 17-11 Cardinals. Fryermuth serves for Cochranton. She gets it over. Jones will set. And Mraz just pushes that over. Dug out by Tatum Jackson. Back over to Canevin. Jones to Mraz, and she tips it over. Point Canevin now 17-12 Cochranton. 5 kills now for Mraz, and she'll serve. Tatum Jackson digs that out for Cochranton. Set for Sokol. Dug out. Canevin gets it over. That's Hartoyo. Set for Needler. Blocked at the net. Canevin retrieves it. And that ball is going to go out of bounds for a point Cochranton. 18-12 now Cardinals as Tatum Jackson will serve. Jackson gets it over. And returned by Gatens, dug out by Tatum Jackson. Now back to Canevin. Jones sets for Hartoyo, and she gets it over for the kill and point Canevin. 4th kill for Hartoyo, now 18-13 Cochranton here in the second set. Bella DeMarc will check in, and she will serve for Canevin. Gets it over. Macy Williams digs it out. Now a set for Needler. That dug out by Canevin. Just getting it over there is LaCotra. Here's a set now from McGill, and tipped and out of bounds. Point Cochranton, now 19-13. So Dana Jackson will serve now for the Cardinals. They lead 19-13 here in the second set. Jackson gets it over. Jones will set. And that's going to be a carry and a point for Cochranton. They are in complete control here in the second, leading 20-13. Jackson, that serve looked like it might go out of bounds, but Canevin retrieves it. Block at the net and out of bounds. Point Cochranton, 21-13. And a timeout, Canevin. And again, let's check this run here. It was 13-10, and since then it is an 8-3 run for Cochranton to take complete control here in the second set. They lead 21-13, again on the verge of going up 2-0 in this PIAA Class 1A quarterfinal. The winner to get Clarion, Greensburg Central Catholic winner. Of course, Clarion, the defending state champions. We'll have that match for you here again, audio only on D9and10sports.com. Immediately, well, not immediately following, shortly after the conclusion of this match between Cochranton and Bishop Canevin. So it'll be Dana Jackson to serve for Cochranton. They lead 21-13 here in the second. Dana Jackson out of bounds. Point Canevin, and that was real close. Didn't have a great angle on that, but the officials ruled it out of bounds on the serve. Now 21-14 Cochranton. Hartoyo gets it over. Dug out by Tatum. Jackson set now for McGill. She just tips it over. Oh, dug out there nicely. Now back over to Cochranton. Dug out Fryermuth. Back over to McGill. She tips it over again. And there's Kozlowski at the net. Dug out by Dana Jackson. Now over to Needler. She's blocked at the net, but it gets on the ground. Point Cochranton, 22-14. Needler now to serve for Cochranton. Dug out by Canevin. Kozlowski gets it over. Tatum Jackson retrieves it. Needler gets it over to Fryermuth. Tipped at the net. Canevin controls. And Hartoyo gets it over. Point Canevin, 22-15. So the Crusaders aren't going down without a fight here in the second set as Ella Gallo returns for Cochranton. In the back row, Erin LaQuatra to serve for the Crusaders. She gets it over. Dug out by the aforementioned Gallo, but that's going to go out of bounds. Point Canevin, so 22-16 now Cochranton. As Canevin tries to battle back here in the second set, 22-16 Cochranton. Quatra gets it over. Gallo retrieves it over to McGill. It's blocked at the net, retrieved by Canevin. Over to Hartoyo, and she's unable to get it over the net. So 23-16 Cochranton. And it'll be Jalen McGill to serve for the Cardinals. McGill gets it over and retrieved and by Canevin, but that return is going to go out of bounds. So, set point Cochranton, 24-16. Set by Jones, over to Marash. She gets it over, dug out by McGill, and that's going to be a point Canevin. (24-17) as Cochranton looks to close it out here in the second set, leading 1-0. Jones to serve for Canevin. Gets it over. Gallo digs it out. Here's a set for Sokol. Out of bounds. Yes, out of bounds. So 24-18 now. As Canevin would need a huge rally here to extend the second set. Jones gets it over. Gallo digs it out. Here's a set for Needler. She gets it over now to Hartoyo. Blocked at the net by Sokol. Point Cochranton. Set Cochranton. They take it 25-18. Now lead it 2-0. We'll be right back here with third set action on D9 and 10sports.com.
Hi, Chris Rossetti here from D9 and 10sports.com. I wanted to take a second to tell you about one of the best restaurants in all of Western Pennsylvania, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. With indoor and outdoor dining, you can enjoy prime rib all weekend long, or perhaps it is their full wings served on Thursday wing nights that you're after. From celebrating a special occasion to hanging out with family and friends, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg is the place to be. As they like to say, you come for the food and you stay for the view. Reserve your table today at AlleghenyGrill.com. Located across the street from the Clarion Hospital, Clarion Rehabilitation Services Incorporated offers a variety of therapies to get you back in the game, including physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and now aquatic therapy at the Clarion County YMCA. Clarion Rehab's CHAMP program provides a sports medicine option to local athletes as well, including providing certified athletic trainers to Keystone, Clarion, Clarion Limestone, and North Clarion, as well as a full-time ATC at its Clarion location. To find out more, go to clarionrehab.com or call them at 814-226-1356. Chris Rossetti here to tell you a little bit about All-American Awards and Engraving in Chippenville. When I first met Jim Carroll in 2006, All-American Awards and Engraving was just getting started. Since then, the company has grown into the area's premier shop for embroidery, screen printing, and engraving, graphic design work, and personalized gift ideas. As Jim has always said, they'll put almost anything on almost everything, and they really do mean that. Give them a call today at 814-782-6264.
All right, we are back here getting set for action in the third set. Cochranton leads 2-0 over Bishop Canevin here in this PIAA Class 1A quarterfinal. Cochranton taking the first set 25-22 and the second set 25-18. Now again, they went up 2-0 in their PIAA first round win over Homer Center. Homer Center came storming back and that one to tie it at 2 before Cochranton won the fifth set 15-4. But Cochranton looking to close out here in the third. McGill will get things going. Her serve gets it over. And that ball dug out by Fryermuth, and Dana Jackson gets it over. Jones will set for Mraz. Point Canevin. They take the early 1-0 lead here in the third set. So 1-0 Canevin here in the third. Jones to serve. Jones dug out by Gallo. Over to Sokol, dug out nicely. And Mraz gets it over. And point Canevin, they take an early 2-0 lead here in the third. Dug out there by Cochranton, set over to Sokol. She just tips it over. Canevin retrieves it. Now Tatum Jackson for Cochranton. Sokol again. She's blocked at the net by Mraz. Cochranton gets it back. Jackson gets it over Dana Jackson. And over to Kozlowski. Dug out by Dana Jackson. Over to Tatum Jackson. And Chelsea Fryermuth gets it over. Dug out there by LaQuatra. And that is a kill for Ava Gatens. And it's 3-0 Canevin early here in the third set. So Canevin looking to extend the match down 2-0, off to a strong start here in the third. And there's a ball that Sokol is unable to get over. It was almost an ace. Ball hit into the net. It's 4-0 Canevin now. Jones once again to serve, and it's going to stay inbounds for Fryermuth. Set to Jackson, over to Sokol. She's blocked at the net. And that's going to go for a out of bounds point. Canevin. So 5-0 Canevin, and very early we have a timeout by Cochranton as Canevin takes a 5-0 lead here in the third set. Again, as Canevin looks to extend things here. Again, Cochranton took the first set 25-22 and the second set 25-18 to take this 2-0 lead here in this PIAA Class 1A volleyball quarterfinal. And Canevin already back out on the court there. Despite dropping the first two sets off to a very good start here in the third, looks like they're playing with a ton of confidence right now, but Cochranton has been here before. So certainly no panic from the Cardinals, as it will be Jones once again to serve for Canevin. Jones gets it over. Fryermuth, Jackson to Sokol. And Cochranton is on the board here in the third, courtesy of Devin Sokol. It's 5-1, kill number 9 in the match for 10, for Devin Sokol. See, Williams gets it over. LaQuatra digs it out. Set by Jones. Over to Kozlowski. Dug out by Williams. Over to Sokol. She just tips it over. Saved nicely by Canevin. Now Fryermuth retrieves for the Cardinals. Set now for Fryermuth. Oh, dug out nicely by LaQuatra. Over to Hartoyo. She gets it over. Fryermuth blocked at the net, 6-1 Canevin. Bella DeMarc to serve for the Crusaders. She gets it over now. A little bit of a mishit there, and it's 7-1 Canevin here in the third. Excuse me, that's Kozlowski serving for Canevin with this 7-1 lead. And there's an ace, and it's 8-1 Canevin. Kozlowski once again to serve. Gets it over, dug out by Tatum Jackson. Now is set for Chelsea Fryermuth. She gets it over, dug out. Sokol at the net, and it's 8-2. Devin Sokol, 11 kills. Chelsea Fryermuth to serve for Cochranton. Gets it over, dug out. Kozlowski gets it over for Canevin. Here's a set by Dana Jackson. Now Tatum Jackson, and that goes into the net. Point Canevin, now 9-2 Crusaders. So 9-2 Bishop Canevin here in the third. And there's another ace. This one courtesy of Abby Mraz, and it's 10-2 Canevin here in the third. That's going to stay in bounds, dug out by Macy Williams. Tatum Jackson gets it over. Kozlowski gets it over for Canevin, but it's going to go out of bounds. Now 10-3 Bishop Canevin here in the third. Tatum Jackson serving for Cochranton. That goes out of bounds. Now 11-3 Crusaders. Now it's Bella DeMarc to serve for Canevin. That's going to go out of bounds. Point Cochranton. 11-4 Canevin here in the third set. It'll be Dana Jackson to serve for Cochranton. Jackson gets it over. The set for Hartoyo, dug out nicely by Chelsea Fryermuth, but unable to save it. It's now 12-4 Canevin. Hartoyo serves. She gets it over. As a set for Needler, and dug out nicely there by LaQuatra. Play at the net. Over at Cochranton, now back to McGill. She gets it over. Set by Jones for Canevin. Over to Kozlowski, and she gets it down. Point Canevin, 13-4. Pair of kills now for Kozlowski. As Hartoyo will serve here for Canevin with a 13-4 lead. And nice dig by Tatum Jackson. And getting it over there is Needler. We're going to have a carry called on Canevin, 13-5. Crusaders lead here in the third. And that serve is going to go out of bounds by Needler. So point Canevin, they lead 14-5 now here in the third. Set over to McGill, and she gets it down. Jayla McGill makes it 14-6. Canevin leading here in the third, and McGill will now serve for Cochranton. Jones gets it over to Mraz. Point Canevin. Abby Mraz, 15-6. Served by Jones. Gallo digs it out. Fryermuth saves it and gets it over. Set now for Jones. Over to Mraz. Point Canevin. 16-6 Crusaders here in the third. Jones gets it over to Mraz. Gets it over. Cochranton returns it. Play at the net. Mraz. Point Canevin. 17-6. Crusaders here in the third as they look to extend the match. Now we're going to get a timeout. Cochranton will keep it right here. Mind you, the high school volleyball on D9and10sports.com. Brought to you by the Allegheny Grill of Foxburg. Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, where you come for the food and stay for the view. Find out more at AlleghenyGrill.com. Again, Cochranton, a 25-22 winner in the first set, 25-18 in the second to take this 2-0 lead. But Canevin has come storming back here in the third as they jumped out to a quick 5-0 lead, prompting a Cochranton timeout. Now another timeout here with the Crusaders leading 17-6 here in the third. As both teams retake the court here. And that serve retrieved by Gallo. Now Fryermuth, can she keep it in? She can. Canevin returns. Now Sokol returns for Cochranton. Set for Mraz, and she gets it down. 18-6 Canevin. Kill number 6 for Abby. Gallo digs out that serve now. Set for Sokol. And is that in or out? It's okay. So in. So it's a kill for Devin Sokol, and it's 18-7 Canevin. Macy Williams to serve for Cochranton. She gets it over. Dug out by LaQuatra. Now Jones over to Mraz. Dug out by Williams. Pushed over by Sokol. And point Cochranton. So 2 in a row for the Cardinals. Now 18-8 Canevin here in the third. Williams to serve. That stays in. Jones will set for Mraz. She gets it over. Dug out by Tatum Jackson. Now a set for Sokol. She just tips it over. Dug out. LaQuatra gets it over and out. So now 18-9 Canevin as Cochranton looks to make a comeback. Last 3 points to the Cardinals. Macy Williams gets it over. Set for Mraz. She gets it down. Stops the run. Now 19-9. Crusaders here in the third. There's a serve by Kozlowski. She gets it over. Now a set for Sokol. And she gets it down. Point Cochranton. 19-10 Canevin. Chelsea Fryermuth to serve for the Cardinals. Fryermuth gets it over. Sokol tips it. Now Sokol again, and she gets it down again. So Devin Sokol continues her huge match. Now 19-11 Canevin here in the third. Fryermuth gets it over. Set for Mraz. Point Canevin, 20-11. Mraz will serve, gets it over, dug out by Tatum Jackson. Now a set for Sokol. It goes out of bounds. 21-11 Canevin. The serve, dug out by Macy Williams. Over to Needler, but that goes into the net point. Canevin now 22-11, Crusaders. Dug out by Williams and unable to get it over are the Cardinals. And Canevin is closing in on a third set win here. They lead 23-11 as they look to extend the match to a fourth set. And that serve goes out of bounds, 23-12 now. Bishop Canevin. Tatum Jackson to serve for Cochranton. Jackson gets it over. Now Hartoyo gets it over for Canevin, dug out by Fryermuth. Tatum Jackson, that goes into the net, 24-12. Set point here for Canevin. So this is quite a response here from the Crusaders after dropping the first two sets, leading 24-12 here in the third. Serve is over, dug out by Macy Williams, set for McGill. She's blocked at the net, retrieved by Fryermuth. Now over to Needler. Tipped at the net, Cochranton again retrieves it. Macy Williams gets it over. This is set for Hartoyo. Point Canevin. Set Canevin 25-12. They cut the margin to 2-1 here, and we'll go to a fourth set. You're listening to High School Volleyball on D9 and 10 Sports.com.
Hi, Chris Rossetti here from D9 and 10 Sports.com. I wanted to take a second to tell you about one of the best restaurants in all of Western Pennsylvania, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. With indoor and outdoor dining, you can enjoy prime rib all weekend long, or perhaps it is their full wings served on Thursday wing nights that you're after. From celebrating a special occasion to hanging out with family and friends, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg is the place to be. As they like to say, you come for the food and you stay for the view. Reserve your table today at AlleghenyGrill.com. Located across the street from the Clarion Hospital, Clarion Rehabilitation Services Incorporated offers a variety of therapies to get you back in the game, including physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and now aquatic therapy at the Clarion County YMCA. Clarion Rehab's CHAMP program provides a sports medicine option to local athletes as well, including providing certified athletic trainers to Keystone, Clarion, Clarion Limestone, and North Clarion, as well as a full-time ATC at its Clarion location. To find out more, go to clarionrehab.com or call them at 814-226-1356. Chris Rossetti here to tell you a little bit about All-American Awards and Engraving in Chippenville. When I first met Jim Carroll in 2006, All-American Awards and Engraving was just getting started. Since then, the company has grown into the area's premier shop for embroidery, screen printing, and engraving, graphic design work, and personalized gift ideas. As Jim has always said, they'll put almost anything on almost everything, and they really do mean that. Give them a call today at 814-782-6264. Hi, this is Chris Rossetti from D9 and 10 Sports.com. If you're like me, you may have experienced some aches and pains like a sore back, a stiff neck, or a wonky knee. Well, I've got the place for you. The Rehab Center with 6 convenient locations, including in Brookville, Clarion, and Katanning, is the place to go. The friendly staff and knowledgeable doctors will get you back in the game quicker than quick. I know, I've been going to them since 2009. So the next time your back, neck, knee, shoulder, or anything else acts up, call them for an appointment at 724-478-1501. Need plumbing?
All right, so back here at Slippery Rock High School, we get set for action here in set number 4. Cochranton leading the match 2-1. They took the first 2 sets, 25-22 and 25-18. Bishop Canevin rallies with a big 25-12 win in the third to extend the match to a fourth set here. And it will be Jones and Canevin to serve here to begin the fourth. Again, they got off to that hot start in the third set. Cochranton looking to avoid that here in the fourth as Needler gets it over. Jones will set into the net. Good job by Canevin to get it over. Set now for Sokol, and that's going to go out of bounds for a point. Canevin. So, first point in the fourth set to Bishop Canevin. Jones to serve, dug out by Gallo. Over to Sokol. She's blocked at the net by Mraz. Point, Canevin, 2-0 Crusaders. Jones once again to serve. Again, dug out by Gallo. Set for Needler. She gets it over, and nice play there by Canevin. Now set for Sokol, and she gets it down. And Cochranton is on the board here in the fourth. 2-1. Canevin unofficially 15 kills for Devin Sokol. As Macy Williams serves here for Cochranton, dug out by Canevin. Set over to Mraz. She gets it down. Is that in or out? It's out. So 2-2 the score here in the fourth. Set for Jones. Now Mraz. Point Canevin. So 3-2 Canevin here in the fourth. As Kozlowski will serve for the Crusaders. It's a good one. Williams digs it out. Set for Fryermuth. Blocked at the net by Mraz. Tatum Jackson digs it out. Now set for Sokol. She just tips it. LaQuatra digs it out and blocked at the net by Sokol. Canevin gets it back. Over to Mraz. Oh, a perfectly placed shot. And it's 4-2 Canevin here in the fourth. So 4-2 Kozlowski to serve. Once again, Williams. Block at the net, and there is Kyla Hartoyo. Makes it 5-2 Canevin. Unofficially 5 kills for Hartoyo. And there's a serve, another good one dug out by Williams. Sokol out of bounds. 6-2 Canevin. So another strong start here in the fourth set for Canevin as they trail 2-1, looking to extend it to a decisive fifth set. Serve dug out by Williams. Gallo now. Fryermuth will get it over. Jones will set for Mraz. She gets it down. 7-2, 9 kills for Abby Mraz. Let's see if Cochranton will call timeout here. They do not, as Kira Kozlowski will serve here for Canevin. Tatum Jackson digs it out. Set for Sokol. She gets it down. Devin Sokol makes it 7-3. And a much-needed point there for Cochranton. So 7-3 Canevin. Chelsea Fryermuth to serve for Cochranton. Fryermuth gets it over. Play at the net, and we're going to have a point Cochranton. So 7-4 now. Canevin leads. Fryermuth again to serve. It's set for Mraz. Blocked at the net by Sokol. Needler there as well. 7-5 now. Cochranton battling back here in the fourth. Last 3 points to the Cardinals. Fryermuth. And Kozlowski gets that over. Tatum Jackson tries to dig it out, but it goes back into the wall now. 8-5. Bishop Canevin here in the fourth. Serve is over. Dug out by Tatum Jackson. Set for Sokol. Dug out. Canevin gets it over but goes out of bounds. Now 8-6. Bishop Canevin here in the fourth. Tatum Jackson to serve for Cochranton. And unable to control the serve there. That goes as a point for the Cardinals now 8-7. So it was 7-2. Now a 5-1 run here for Cochranton as Tatum Jackson once again serves. Set for Hartoyo, dug out by the Cardinals. McGill gets it over, dug out by Canevin. Set again for Hartoyo, blocked at the net by Jackson. And Hartoyo just tips it over that time. A nice play. Point Canevin, they lead 9-7. And checking in to serve is Bella DeMarc for Bishop Canevin. Again, Canevin leads 9-7 here in the fourth, looking to extend it to a decisive fifth set. And that serve is going to go out of bounds for a point Cochranton. So 9-8 here. Bishop Canevin leads here in the fourth set. And that serve goes into the net from Dana Jackson. Now 10-8, Bishop Canevin. Kyla Hartoyo to serve for the Crusaders. She gets it over, dug out by Tatum Jackson. Here's a set now for Needler. And getting it over is Kozlowski. Dug out nicely by Fryermuth, but no one there. Now 11-8, Canevin. Serve is over. Tatum Jackson. Dana Jackson. Now Fryermuth gets it over. It's a set for Thomas, blocked at the net. Now Canevin gets it over. Tatum Jackson retrieves it over to McGill. Dugout goes up into the ceiling. Canevin retrieves it. LaCotra gets it over. Jackson now over to Needler. Canevin digs it out, set over to Kozlowski. That goes out of bounds. So 11-9. Now Canevin in the fourth. Needler to serve. She gets it over. Pushed over by Jones. A nifty play there by the setter. And Canevin retakes its 3-point lead, 12-9. As Abby Mraz returns for Canevin. And LaQuatra serves. Gallo digs it out. And that kill attempt by Pfeiffer goes out of bounds, 13-9, Canevin. Aaron LaQuatra gets it over for Canevin. It's a good serve, and it gets down, 14-9, Canevin here in the fourth. And that's going to prompt a timeout by Cochranton here in the fourth set as Canevin leads 14-9, the Whitfield champs and the D10 champs here in this PIAA Class 1A quarterfinal. We see the Clarion contingent here as well as Greensburg Central Catholic as they will play following this match here from Slippery Rock High School. Again, the winners from these two matches today will play each other in the semifinals on Tuesday. And Cochranton took the first two sets, 25-22 and 25-18. Canevin came back with a third set win, 25-12, and now they look to extend it to a decisive fifth set, and they lead 14-9 here in the fourth as we get set for play again here. Aaron LaQuatra to serve for Canevin. And LaQuatra gets it over. Tatum Jackson retrieves it for Cochranton, set over to Chelsea Fryermuth. Dug out by Canevin and just pushed over there nicely by Jones. Now returned by McGill. Jones sets for Mraz, and she gets it down 15-9. Canevin, as Abby Mraz now unofficially into double-digit kills with 10 for the Crusaders. LaQuatra once again to serve. Gets it over. Gallo over to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer gets it over. Now tipped over by Mraz, dug out by Dana Jackson. Fryermuth gets it over for Cochranton. Jones sets for Mraz, dug out nicely, but goes out of bounds. Point Canevin, 16-9. This is now a 7-1 run here for Bishop Canevin here in the fourth. Tatum Jackson retrieves that serve. McGill blocked at the net. Cardinals retrieve it. Ella Gallo will push it over. Jones tips it over to Mraz, and that's going to go just out of bounds for a point, Cochranton. So 16-10, Bishop Canevin. Jalen McGill to serve for Cochranton. McGill gets it over. Here's the set for Mraz. She just tips it over, retrieved by Fryermuth. The set for Fryermuth now. Canevin, that's Kozlowski, and she gets it down. Point Canevin, 17-10. 4 kills for Kozlowski. As the Bishop Canevin contingent making some noise here now with a 17-10 lead here in the fourth. Fryermuth retrieves that serve. Now set for Sokol, and she gets it down for a point. Cochranton, 17-11. And it will be Macy Williams to serve here for Cochranton, and that goes out of bounds for a point for Canevin, now 18-11. Kozlowski gets the serve over. Tatum Jackson retrieves it. Set over to Fryermuth. Canevin sets for Hartoyo, dug out by Williams. Over to Fryermuth. She just tips it over. Nifty play there by Chelsea Fryermuth. And it's 18-12 Canevin. And Fryermuth will get the serve now. Fryermuth gets it over. Jones over to Mraz, dug out Tatum Jackson. Over to Needler, she gets it over. Returned by Hartoyo, blocked at the net by Sokol. Point Cochranton. They look to claw their way back here in the fourth, now 18-13 Canevin. And that serve goes into the net. Now 19-13 Bishop Canevin here in the fourth. It's the serve. It's a good one from Jones. Tatum Jackson gets it over for Cochranton. And a nice play at the net there by Hartoyo. Her 7th kill unofficially, and it's 20-13 Bishop Canevin. The serve. It's a good one, and Cochranton unable to retrieve it. Now 21-13. Bishop Canevin here in the fourth. So they look to take it to a decisive 5th set. Serve is over. Set for Sokol. And point Cochranton now 21-14. Again, they go to Miss Reliable Devin Sokol. Tatum Jackson gets the serve over. Set for Hartoyo. And she tips it over nicely for a point Crusaders. 22-14 Bishop Canevin here in the fourth, looking to extend it to a decisive 5th set. The serve, it's a good one by DeMarc. Over to Needler, dug out by Canevin, now to McGill, dug out again by Canevin. And getting it over is LaCotra. Tatum Jackson now. Dana Jackson just tips it over for a point Cardinals. So Dana Jackson makes it 22-15. And she will serve now, will Dana Jackson for Cochranton. And that is returned by Tatum Jackson. Now Fryermuth gets it over for Cochranton. Dug out by Canevin. Jones sets for Hartoyo. And once again, she just tips it over beautifully. 23-15 Canevin. Now 9 kills unofficially for Kyla Hartoyo. 23-15 Crusaders. Hartoyo to serve. Cochranton gets it over. Now return. Now Needler. Point. Cochranton. 23-16 here in the fourth. Needler to serve for Cochranton. Gets it over. Set for Hartoyo. She gets it down. 24-16. Set point for Bishop Canevin. Be Aaron Lacatra to serve for Canevin. She gets it over, and that ball goes out of bounds. Point Canevin. Set Canevin. 25-16 to a fifth and decisive set. We will go here in the PIAA Class 1A quarterfinal. We'll be right back here on D9and10sports.com high school volleyball.
Hi, Chris Rossetti here from D9and10sports.com. I wanted to take a second to tell you about one of the best restaurants in all of Western Pennsylvania, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. With indoor and outdoor dining, you can enjoy prime rib all weekend long, or perhaps it is their full wings served on Thursday wing nights that you're after. From celebrating a special occasion to hanging out with family and friends, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg is the place to be. As they like to say, you come for the food and you stay for the view. Reserve your table today at AlleghenyGrill.com.
All right, here. So back for a decisive fifth set between Cochranton and Bishop Canevin. As we are live here from Slippery Rock High School, Cochranton took the first set 25-22. And the second set 25-18 before Canevin rallied for victories of 25-12 and 25-16 in the third and fourth to take us to our decisive fifth set here. Again, this is very familiar position for the Cochranton Cardinals. Again, in their first round match, they took the first two sets against Homer Center, only to watch as Homer Center came back and took the next two to force a fifth. And Cochranton won that fifth set 15-4. They would certainly take a repeat of that here today with a berth in the PIAA Class 1A semifinals on the line. All right, both teams have taken the court, and here we go. Fans making a lot of noise on both sides here from Slippery Rock High School. As again, both teams exchanging high fives and fist bumps. Again, it will be... We'll see who gets the opening serve here. It will be Cochranton and the senior Jalen McGill to get things going in the fifth. And here we go. McGill. Retrieved over to Hartoyo, and she gets it down. Point Canevin, they lead 1-0. Unofficially 10 kills for Kyla Hartoyo. To serve, set the Sokol, dug out, and Canevin retrieves it beautifully. LaQuatra gets it over. Here's another set for Sokol. She just tips it over that time. Point Cochranton 1-1. And that is unofficially the 19th kill for Devin Sokol, as Macy Williams will check in and serve here for Cochranton. And that ball is retrieved. Jones sets for Mraz. Block, but goes out of bounds for a point Canevin. So 2-1 Bishop Canevin here in the fifth. the Whitfield champs and the D10 champs here in the PIAA Class 1A quarterfinal. Kozlowski will serve. It's a good one. Tatum Jackson retrieves it. Set for Sokol. And blocked. And that's going to stay. That's going to go out of bounds. Point Cochranton. So 2-2 now here in the fifth as Chelsea Fryermuth will serve. For Cochranton, she gets it over. And it's going to go out of bounds. Point Canevin. So 3-2, Bishop Canevin over Cochranton here in the fifth. There's the serve by Mraz. She gets it over. A little bit of miscommunication there from the Cardinals, and it's 4-2, Bishop Canevin. It's a serve by Mraz. Here's a set for Sokol. Dugout. And Thomas gets it over. Olivia Thomas makes it 5-2 Bishop Canevin here in the fifth. So Bishop Canevin trying to come all the way back here from down 2-0. Serve dug out by Tatum Jackson. Now set over for Needler. And that goes out of bounds. 6-2 Canevin here in the fifth. That serve by Mraz goes out of bounds, so now 6-3 Bishop Canevin leads. Tatum Jackson will serve for Cochranton. Jackson gets it over. Set by Jones. And that just tipped over beautifully by Hartoyo. And is 7-3 Bishop Canevin Crusaders. Checking into serve now, Bella DeMarc for Canevin. There's the serve. It's a good one. Macy Williams retrieves it. Fryermuth will get it over. Dug out nicely there by Canevin. Jones pushes it over. Dug out by Williams. Set over to Needler. Dug out now tipped by Jones. Retrieved by Fryermuth. Fryermuth gets it over. LaQuatra. Jones. Kozlowski. And that's going to go out of bounds for a point Cochranton. 7-4. Be Dana Jackson to serve for Cochranton. Substitution here for Cochranton as Eve Pfeiffer will check in. Again, Dana Jackson to serve here, 7-4, Bishop Canevin here in the fifth. Jackson to serve for Cochranton. It's a good one, and it gets down. 7-5, Bishop Canevin. Here comes Dana Jackson again. Another good serve. LaQuatra retrieves it. Jones sets for Hartoyo, and Hartoyo puts it down. Her 12th kill. She's been really big here in this comeback for Canevin. Now 8-5 Canevin here in the fifth. Hartoyo will serve. Fryermuth gets it over to Pfeiffer, and that goes out of bounds. Point Canevin, 9-5 Canevin here in the fifth. Hartoyo serves. Tatum Jackson gets it for Cochranton. Now over to Fryermuth. Fryermuth gets it over. Jones will set for Thomas. Thomas just pushes it over. Tatum Jackson gets it for Cochranton. Over to Needler. Needler dug out there nicely. Tipped at the net by Thomas. Back over to Tatum Jackson. Fryermuth will send it over for Cochranton. There's a set for Kozlowski. She just pushes it over. Tatum Jackson gets it for Cochranton. Set now for McGill. Tipped at the net. And getting it over is Kozlowski. Now Jackson sets for Needler. Dug out there by Canevin. Jones over to Kozlowski again. Dug out by Dana Jackson. She'll just push it over now. LaQuatra, Jones will set. Thomas just tried to push it over and couldn't get it over the net. So now it is 9-6. Bishop Canevin here in the fifth. Needler serves. That is at the net. And Canevin retrieves it. Now Tatum Jackson gets it for Cochranton over to Chelsea Fryermuth. Dug out by Canevin. That was LaQuatra. Getting it over there. Hartoyo. Back Tatum Jackson gets it for Cochranton. Over to Fryermuth. Blocked at the net. Back to Fryermuth. Blocked again. Point Canevin. (10-6) Canevin here in the fifth, and Erin LaQuatra served for the Crusaders. She gets it over. Set over for Fryermuth. She pushes it over. Jones will set now for Mraz, and she puts it down. 11-6. Bishop Canevin here in the fifth, and that will prompt a timeout for Cochranton. Again, want to thank our sponsors, Allegheny Grill of Foxburg, Frey Morelli Sales and Service, Computer Guru of Leaper, Warren Tire Center, Oil Country Crates, Cochranton All Sports Boosters, Allegheny Grill. I already said Allegheny Grill of Foxburg, but again, want to thank all of our sponsors for bringing us audio broadcast. Again, following this match will be Clarion and Greensburg Central Catholic, again here from Slippery Rock. In the other Class 1A quarterfinal, again, the winner will meet the winner of this match here. I'll take a quick break in between broadcasts, and we'll come up with a separate feed for the Clarion and Greensburg Central Catholic match, and probably about a 20 minutes to a half hour or so after the conclusion of this one. 11-6 Canevin here in the fifth. LaQuatra to serve. She gets it over. Kozlowski, point Canevin. 12-6 Canevin. Serve is over. Jackson gets it for Cochran over to Fryermuth. Dug up by LaQuatra. Jones sets for Mraz. Tipped at the net. And that's going to go as a point Canevin. So 13-6 Bishop Canevin here in the fifth. Set for McGill, and that goes into the net. 14-6. Now match point for Bishop Canevin. And the Canevin faithful on their feet here. LaQuatra will serve. Gallo digs it out. Now over to Fryermuth. She gets it over. Jones will set for Hartoyo. She gets it now over to Tatum Jackson for Cochranton. Fryermuth pushes it over. Here's a set for Mraz. She tips it. Gallo digs it out. Set for McGill. Retrieved by Jones for Canevin. And there goes Kozlowski. She gets it over to McGill. Is that out of bounds? No, it's a point Cochranton. Or it was out of bounds, excuse me. 14-7 Cochranton. Jalen McGill to serve. McGill gets it over. Kozlowski gets it over for Canevin. Gallo retrieves it. Set over to Sokol. She just tips it at the net. Kill unofficially number 20 for Devin Sokol, as now Cochranton looks to make the big comeback here, 14-8. Here's McGill. Serve is inbounds, retrieved by the Crusaders. Mraz gets it over, blocked at the net. Sokol, McGill. Sokol at the net, Mraz at the net. Point Canevin, match Canevin. So Bishop Canevin comes all the way back, down 2-0 to beat Cochranton 3-2, 15-8 here in the third set. Your final in five, Canevin 3, Cochranton 2, 22-25, 18-25, 25-12, 25-16, 15-8. So we'll take a very quick break and come back to wrap it up here before we get set for our second broadcast. You're listening to High School Volleyball on D9 and 10 Sports.com.
Hi, Chris Rossetti here from D9 and 10 Sports.com. I wanted to take a second to tell you about one of the best restaurants in all of Western Pennsylvania, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. With indoor and outdoor dining, you can enjoy prime rib all weekend long, or perhaps it is their full wings served on Thursday wing nights that you're after. From celebrating a special occasion to hanging out with family and friends, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg is the place to be. As they like to say, you come for the food and you stay for the view. Reserve your table today at AlleghenyGrill.com.
All right, back here from Slippery Rock High School. Once again, your final in 5 sets. Bishop Canevin 3, Cochranton 2, 22-25, 18-25, 25-12, 25-16, and 15-8. Again, Cochranton looked very impressive in winning those first 2 sets, but Canevin came storming back. The first set was really back and forth. Neither team got up more than 3 points. In fact, the 3-point margin of victory was the largest of the set by either team. In the second set, it was 8-7 Cochranton early before they went on a big run, 13-4 run to take control of the second set there and ultimately win it 25-18. In the third set, it was all Canevin right from the get-go. They went on a 5-0 run. That prompted a Cochranton timeout, but they were never able to recover. The lead grew to as big as 18-6. And before Canevin pulled away for the 25-12 win in the third. And again, another strong start in the fourth for Bishop Canevin. They jumped out to a 7-2 lead. Cochranton came back to get it within 9-8, but then again, another big run for Canevin, this one of the 13-3 variety, to take control of the set and send it to the fifth. And it was 2-2 early in the fifth before a 5-0 run by Canevin allowed them to take control. They got up 7-2. Cochranton, they got up 7-3, Cochranton got it within 7-5, but would get no closer as Canevin closed out the set and the match on an 8-3 run. So unofficially, stat-wise, for Canevin, Mraz with 10 kills, Hartoyo 12, Kozlowski 5, and Thomas with 2. And unofficially for Cochranton, Devin Sokol 20 for the Cardinals. And in defeat, she will be our Allegheny Grill of Foxburg player of the match. Again, just a terrific match from Devin Sokol and Cochranton as they fall here in 5 sets to Bishop Canevin, the PIAA Class 1A quarterfinals. Again, I want to thank all of our sponsors, Allegheny Grill, Cochranton Boosters, Framorelli Sales and Service, Computer Guru of Leaper, Oil Country Crates, for bringing you this broadcast. We'll be back again in about 20 minutes or so for Clarion and Greensburg Central Catholic, so be sure and check out. We'll have a live feed, a live link on our website, d9and10sports.com, so be sure to check that out. So this is Andy Close signing off momentarily. We're your final in the first PIAA Class 1A quarterfinal here from Slippery Rock. Bishop Canevin 3, Cochranton 2.